In the heart of Onitsha, where the Niger River flows like liquid silver under the morning sun, 10-year-old Chukwudi Okafor begins each day the same way, with his mother's hands gently framing his face and her voice etching warnings into his soul. Miss Anabelle Nkechi, a single mother working as a bank accountant, never misses this morning ritual. Never take anything from strangers, she repeats with loving firmness. Not everyone who smiles at you wishes you well. These aren't empty words. 7 years ago, Chukwudi's father accepted a drink from a business partner and never returned alive. His body, discovered by the riverside with mysterious marks carved into his chest, serves as the silent motivation behind Anabelle's vigilance. She knows darkness exists in human hearts, and she's determined her son won't suffer the same fate. Their housemaid, 23-year-old Amoka, understands these fears intimately. Having lost her own family to unexplained circumstances, she reinforces Anabelle's warnings when Chukwudi questions them. There are things in this world that cannot be explained with ordinary words, she tells him solemnly. Your mother has seen things. She knows. At Bright Future Academy, a new term brings a new student, Anele Okonkwo. From her first appearance, something feels wrong. The 12-year-old girl possesses an unnatural quiet, eyes that observe and calculate, and a magnetic presence that draws other students while triggering Chukwudi's instinctive unease. She's weird, he whispers to his best friend Emeka, who dismisses his concerns. You worry too much. What Chukwudi's classmates don't know is that Anele lives with her grandfather, Chief Obiora Okonkwo, in a compound surrounded by walls covered in strange symbols. Chief Obiora heads the Brotherhood of the Crimson Moon, a secret occult society requiring regular child sacrifices to maintain their power and wealth. But modern times demand modern methods. Instead of kidnapping, they've developed initiation through consumption, rituals hidden in seemingly innocent offerings. 3 months earlier, Chief Obiora explained the plan to Anele in his incense-filled chamber surrounded by artifacts and preserved specimens. You share a special cake with your classmates, he instructed, his fat teeth gleaming. Once consumed, their souls will be marked, promised to the Brotherhood. When the moon is full, they'll come to us willingly, like sheep to slaughter. 3 weeks after joining Bright Future Academy, Anele approaches her teacher with innocent excitement. May I bring a birthday cake to share with my classmates, she asks sweetly. Mrs. Adis enthusiastically approves. Friday arrives with Anele carrying the most magnificent cake anyone has seen, 3 tiers of glistening chocolate frosting, adorned with strawberries and gold dust. Its scent is intoxicating, unnatural, designed to cloud judgment and overwhelm resistance. Even teachers can't resist glancing at it repeatedly. As classmates devour their slices with glazed eyes, Anele personally hands Chukwudi the largest piece. This one is special, she whispers, her eyes boring into his. Don't you want to be like everyone else? Chukwudi's hand trembles as he holds the plate. The smell is overwhelming, pushing aside his mother's warnings. He's about to bite when a memory surfaces, his mother's hands on his face, her intense gaze burning into his soul. Not everyone who smiles at you wishes you well. I'm not hungry right now, he stammers, placing the cake in his lunch bag. I'll save it for later. Darkness flickers across Anele's face before her smile returns. Make sure you eat it, Chukwudi. It would be a shame to waste such delicious cake. The following days bring strange afflictions to Bright Future Academy. Students who ate the cake develop unexplained fevers and nightmares about dark figures. Emeka becomes the worst affected, zoning out during conversations, his eyes occasionally turning completely black. I'm chosen, he says in a voice that isn't quite his own. Meanwhile, Chukwudi forgets the cake entirely. His bag sits untouched in his room's corner while weekend activities fill his mind. But inside that forgotten lunch bag, something horrifying unfolds. The cake, infused with ground bones of sacrificed children, animal blood from new moon rituals, and a preserved child's finger baked into Chukwudi's special slice, undergoes transformation. When consumption doesn't occur within 3 days, the dark energy manifests differently, the finger begins to stir, to crawl, to seek. Saturday morning arrives bright and hot. With Anabelle at a church women's meeting, Amoka manages household chores. Bring me your dirty clothes and school things, she calls to Chukwudi. Reluctantly, he gathers items, including the forgotten lunch bag. As Amoka sorts laundry in the backyard, she notices the bag feels heavy, pulsing with something like a heartbeat. When she unzips it, cold washes over her despite the heat. The smell, metallic, ancient, wrong, hits her nostrils before her eyes process what they are seeing. A finger. Large, grey, mottled. Moving. crawling through decomposed cake remnants using its nail as a leg, dragging itself toward the bag's opening. Her scream pierces 3 houses away. Jesus Christ. Chinik. Help me. Neighbors rush out. Chukwudi runs from inside, face pale with terror. Retired police officer Mr. Obi approaches cautiously with a stick, opening the bag to witness the impossible, an animated finger reaching toward him. Abomination, he shouts, stumbling backward. Call a pastor. Call the police. Call everyone. When Anabelle returns to find her compound filled with neighbors, police, and Father Emmanuel, her world tilts. But when she learns Chukwudi didn't eat the cake, relief floods through her tears. You listened, she whispers, holding him tight. You saved yourself. Monday brings confrontation at Bright Future Academy. Accompanied by Father Emmanuel, police officers, traditional healer Boba Akin, and her traumatized son, Anabelle demands to see Anele. The girl shows no surprise, only amusement. I see you didn't eat my cake, Anele says to Chukwudi. That was very rude. When Father Emmanuel demands truth, Anele's face transforms, her voice layering with ancient, terrible sounds. 32 children ate my grandfather's offering. 32 souls already marked, promised to the brotherhood. When the moon is full, they'll come to us, and you cannot stop it. Boba Akin steps forward, chanting in languages older than memory. Anele screams, a sound shattering windows, before revealing her grandfather's compound location and the impending ritual. What follows becomes Onitsha's largest coordinated spiritual battle. Parents gather marked children at the city's largest church where priests and traditional healers work together, combining prayers and sacred rituals to break the dark binding. For hours they fight, some children screaming in tongues, others begging to reach their grandfather. One by one, the children are freed. Meanwhile, police raid Chief Obiora's compound, discovering underground cages, blood-stained altars, and jars of preserved body parts. But the chief has vanished, taking his artifact and leaving decades of evidence behind. Despite months of searching, he is never found. Some say fled to continue elsewhere, others claim the spirits he served finally collected their debt. Anele, placed in psychiatric care with her mind shattered by inhabiting darkness, becomes a cautionary symbol, victim and perpetrator intertwined. Chukwudi becomes a local hero, his story spreading across Onitsha as parents reinforce warnings about accepting food from unknown sources. Months later, sitting with his mother watching the sunset, he asks why he resisted when others didn't. Because you listened, Anabelle answers. Not just to my words, but to something deeper. Your spirit recognized danger your mind couldn't understand. Before we continue, likely go hit the subscribe button for more stories like this. Years pass. Chukwudi becomes a teacher, beginning each school year with a story about a boy, a cake, and a mother's warning. Not everyone who offers you something sweet wishes you well, he tells students who laugh and roll their eyes but remember when they need it most. For in a world of hidden dangers and disguised evils, the greatest protection isn't strength or wealth, it's wisdom. The wisdom to listen, observe, and say no when everyone else says yes.